Hey, Viola Rules here. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. So last time we left off, we found out that, we found out a lot, actually. Byakuya and Kyoko are now here to help, and, basically Junko has full authority. We can't do the shutdown sequence, and everybody's slowly losing their faith, or their hope, I guess. And, yeah.
Don't go blaming us for this!
Oh yeah, we found out that we set up this whole, killing school field trip.
Thank you! It's all thanks to you guys! This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair!
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And
Sure.
this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But, nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate! Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule?
Which one? There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has a majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is the teacher's final decision. The teacher has to approve
I see.
it.
As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
Right. To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know. What? Does that mean it won't just end with a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So, even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate.
Oh.
So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade!
Oh no.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
Right.
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that. All too well.
Yet they still have doubts.
She's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back.
That's a heavy
But
risk.
what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Yeah, she hasn't played.
Huh?
Yeah, these guys are very susceptible to being
You're
pessimistic.
totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well,
Yeah, everybody has
Junko?
doubts.
I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
Yeah, that's Makoto's thing,
It's
isn't
true
it?
that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their future.
Does that mean that their higher-ups are watching this whole thing? Are there still surveillance cameras broadcasting this?
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to lie like that when I crushed it with despair, such ecstasy!
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Because you're the ultimate hope, or what?
Ah, wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the Mastermind's job. And they'll be
Mastermind's job.
appearing very soon.
Wait, I thought you were the mastermind. What?
Mastermind. Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind. But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
I was just about to say, isn't that what happened in the first game?
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Yeah, fill us in.
Oh well. Let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Wait, what?
Izuru Kamakura?
The founder? That name, I've heard it before. The person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right, I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura somewhere else. As I recall, that person was the founder of the Academy.
I see! Izuru Kamakura. Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy?
Yeah, we saw like a portrait of an old guy with the list of subject names, remember? Yeah, that portrait.
It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
Right.
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Yes, I believe one of the mangas said that or something.
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Yes.
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
The future foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
Right.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of
Hopelessly
mine.
skilled explanations.
The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the
Why?
Academy hide his existence?
I think that's somebody that they would want to, hold in high esteem because he has a bunch of talents.
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah, that's right.
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
Which is separate from the tragedy, right?
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko Enoshima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive.
He
Isn't
is?
that right, Hajime?
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what?
I am... What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
We don't look anything like us. What? What's happening?
Alrighty? If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Okay.
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way! There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura! Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
Just a reserve course
That's
student.
right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
Wait, why? I'm Izuru Kamakura? Oh, wait, what? Non-stop debate for what? Third department tragedy, the tragedy is the line permanence of the stairs, the subject, academy founder. Oh my god. I guess I need the vision of Naruto?
Good news, Hajime!
This is not good news.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course
Don't look away.
have such an amazing talent like that?
To continue.
In order to hide Izuru's identity,
Yeah.
was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
No.
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata! I've always had that name ever since I was born!
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
We don't remember it.
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
We needed hope. I am the ultimate hope, then the current me and Izuru Kamakura are. What did Hope Peak Academy do to me?
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake? There's no doubt I've always had that name. Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope?
Hajime, you have something on your mind, right? Do I? I don't know what to do.
Good news, Hajime!
Dude, none of my bullets work.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
Oh, I can look at my bullets. That will be a great help to me right now. Copy now, son. Use tragedy of Hope Peak. Use all the resources. Oh. Okay, I got it. I didn't know that I could press X during the non-stop debates and pull up a list of the evidence and read it. The game never told me that. Or if it did, I forgot. I'm pretty sure the game never tells you can do that.
Good news, Hajime!
But I need,
Even though you were mocked for being a
tragedy of
reserve
Hope
course
Peak.
student, he had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing...
In order to hide it, was he hidden in the...
Then Hajime's... There's no doubt I've always had that name. Then Izuru is your...
Hey, you weren't...
I do not want any more last-minute...
Could it be created hope?
What? What?
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime!
Maybe it's the Hope Cultivation Plan bullet that I actually need.
He had a talent all along!
I swear, one of
How can
these
someone
has
have
to
such
work.
an amazing...
I can't
In order to hide it, was he
I have to
hidden in the...
copy,
Then Hajime's
direct to
name
copy
is-
what
There's
he
no doubt
does
I've
it.
always had that name ever since I was...
Then Izuru is your...
Hey, you weren't...
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope?
There we go.
That must be it.
God. Yeah, but it's really useful to
Created
know
hope.
at the end that I can do
Are you
that.
talking about the
But the
Hope
evidence.
Cultivation Plan?
I had no idea I could press the X key and bring up the list of evidence during the non-stop debates.
Hope Cultivation Plan? What is that?
Oh, so they don't
A
even
while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create?
For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates.
So they could take those talents and put them into one person?
Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder and called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
Wow.
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
Well, I think it was stated before that people didn't even know that there was a reserve course for Hope's Peak, so since they didn't know, how would they be able to stop the experiments?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent.
Yeah, that too.
From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
That we accepted being one of their experiments? Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy. They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes.
How extreme? Oh,
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata into a completely different
That's
person
not
whose
okay.
specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit.
To be honest, I'm not surprised you were able to do that. Hajime seems like the type of person whose spirit is easy.
That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close.
I'm trying to read this, but I don't think these words can even be read. Just that they probed his brain, I guess.
It's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb.
Of course you do.
By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Wow.
Did they really do something like that?
I guess
If
so.
you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Yes,
Like
but
I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
wait,
Different person? How is he different?
so is she trying to say that Hajime doesn't exist in the real world?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Wow.
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory? It sounds like he is a completely different person.
Thank you for stating the obvious, son.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
That's kind of impressive.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo
Yeah, I
World
feel
program
impressed
was
too.
able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
He'll disappear.
Disappear?
Yeah.
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? Uh-oh. Yeah, we're starting to lose it. Yeah, like I said, Hajime is very susceptible to being pessimistic. And it looks like we had a mental breakdown. Oh. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. Is that us? Look at how long his hair is. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason to meet again. After all, you were born. Your talent, your thought, your existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Oh, okay. So that boat scene, that was us talking to Nagito.
Hajime?
Was that me? No, that's not me!
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura.
Oh yeah, because he
the
said that
mastermind
he
behind
had
all
Funko
of
in
this.
his pocket. So he had whatever it was that he had, a flash drive or something. But how is he able to get close enough to the technology to upload her? We're all being escorted.
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
Choose graduate to keep our memories. I do. I already know how I can be saved. Choose graduate.
I see. I just need to choose graduate then. Huh.
And that's how he gets swayed to the dark side.
In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body.
Yeah.
So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Yeah, that does make me wonder. If we don't choose the shutdown sequence, and we just choose graduate, does that mean that they still get stuck in the program? They don't get uploaded at all? Because I assume that they put themselves into comatose states like the rest of us to enter the machine, unless they did some other way.
Jeez, you should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
That's not it. What we're saying is...
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old. Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's a good point, I guess, maybe?
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right?
Right.
Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate. It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
Not just dreadful.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think? And can you guys even endure that?
Maybe we've been through worse, except that we don't remember what that was, so, yeah.
Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love, there won't even be save data left of it.
It'd be interesting if the game actually corrupted my save file.
The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much.
I kind of wish Nagito was here for this.
Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for?
Just to see his reaction to this, but maybe we'll find out about that.
For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you?
Later, because, like, maybe the next game would be like a flashback to fill in the blanks, because Nagito knew this at some point, so maybe he admired Hajime or was envious of him. I don't know.
Does that sound like hope to you?
Because I kind of want to know what their Ultimate Despair games were like, to be honest.
You can't believe
Like,
her!
how does
That's how she
the
works!
Ultimate Photographer use her talent for Ultimate Despair purposes and stuff like that? Or the Ultimate Team Manager, how would you use that for despair purposes?
That's what
Don't
she does,
understand.
so she can lure you all toward despair.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Hold on!
What is it? Why are we still waiting? Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
No, we understand.
No, I was just...
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is claimed?
We don't know because you haven't told us anything about
Right
it.
now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets. The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
Yeah, we know.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
At this point, this is the only way.
No. There is another way.
Another way. What? Oh,
As long as they choose to graduate,
Plan.
they can pass along their avatar's memories, and everyone here will be able to hold hands and keep on living.
Cool.
Well, everyone who died will be taken over by me, but don't you think that's a better fate than being a vegetable for the rest of their life?
Not really.
You guys, you can't buy into this. Think carefully about which is true hope.
And which is true despair?
That's a pretty weighty decision to have to make.
What shall we do?
You're asking us? You're telling us to decide?
Yeah.
Damn it! Why'd it turn out like this?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I wasn't expecting...
If everyone can
Oh,
overcome
God.
despair,
Um,
you guys should be able to
seems
grasp
like,
true hope.
We're glitching out.
If our memories up until now disappear, I will not even remember the reason everybody died.
Are you really going to let her take over your friends' bodies?
You might think I'm a fool, but... I want to see Peko one more time.
Except it
If we
won't be
turn
Pekka.
back into ultimate despair, the Future Foundation might kill us, right?
Yeah.
We won't let them do that.
Are you sure about that?
This is all the Future Foundation's fault. They're the ones who stuck us in this messed up world!
For your protection.
If Junko escapes to the real world, there will be countless victims again.
I know, but
Everyone's hope is in conflict. Such despair!
Graduate or shut down. The world or me. Uh-oh. I'm losing my influence gauge. Hope or despair. They're telling us to choose? To choose between that? Why? Basically, our influence gauge is technically our sanity, I guess. Why do we have to choose? Oh, and there it goes. Oh, God.
I can't do it.
Huh? You can't do it?
Yeah, I think our spirit has been crushed
I
again.
can't choose. You guys are telling us the world's going to be destroyed unless we sacrifice ourselves. And that, I can't decide. I can't choose either one.
Hajime!
Shut up! Leave me alone!
Yeah, he just found out that he's not real. Give him a moment.
This is just too much. Why do I have to be a part of this? I mean,
well,
I'm
assume
different from the rest of
volunteer.
you. And I don't even have a talent. But even so, I got dragged into this. And now, my existence is going to disappear?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
lost
understand
it.
it at all.
Both choices are hopeless.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice?
This burden. Don't you dare make us shoulder it.
I do like the effects that they put on the screen.
There's no
Stuff
way
like
we can
that.
handle this on our own.
Everyone, get a hold of yourselves.
No, it's too late.
It's impossible! For someone like me, it's impossible. I can't choose the future! Hope, despair, do whatever you want. It's not my problem!
That's...
And there's no answer. So you've chosen to make no choice at all.
Yeah.
Jeez. Once again, this went exactly as I expected.
Oh, really?
I get so hopelessly bored when everything goes according to plan. Oh well, since I have everyone's data, I kind of figured things would play out like this. That is, unless something else hopelessly unpredictable happens. Well, I can
Right
say
now.
that, but the chance of something convenient happening is hopeless.
Are you foreshadowing?
After all, this is a game. A world where everything progresses with predetermined harmony.
Well,
Fine.
yeah, true.
I guess it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to make a
Continuing to
choice.
break the fourth wall. I guess the fourth wall doesn't exist anymore.
A futureless future. I think it's fine if that exists too.
So what's going to happen now?
As long as you don't yearn for hope, you'll never fall victim to despair. That goes for me too. As long as I don't yearn for despair, I'll never need to hope for it. So, let's all free ourselves from this curse and stay here as the best of friends. Let's immerse ourselves in this tropical island life forever and ever. Forever and ever, and ever 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 and ever.
Okay, then. So we kind of chose repeat, I guess, sort of. And we're back in the tropical setting. Okay then. Oh, except we're still at trial ground, I guess.
All right! A game
What?
reset!
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
Oh no.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
Of course you think that, Shion.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
Young master, that is a wise call.
Yay!
You know,
You
Junko
didn't have
is
to forget us!
technically controlling.
Yes,
the
there's
rest
no
of
way I
the-
would forget.
Isn't she?
And with this, Junko's gone.
All right, let's party!
I'm gonna showcase my full cooking ability.
I'm pretty sure in the
Just
pan over
leave the
I saw.
BGM to Ibuki!
I guess that was Monami I saw
Can I take a
sitting
picture to commemorate
in the
this?
throne. I thought it was Monokuma.
Want to be awed by the sight of my prowess? I've prepared you a training regiment.
Ooh, if you get hurt, let me know.
Okay, yeah, it was Monami on the throne.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
After all this time?
What was this again? Oh well, there's no need to think about it. I wanted this ending.
All right!
Cool, yeah.
And with this, the world-
An
eternal game,
I guess it's fine to stay-
Young master. Yay! Yes, there's...
And with this, Junko...
All right, I'm gonna showcase my...
Just leave the BG... Hey, can I take a...
Want to be awed by the... I've prepared you a...
Ooh, if you get hurt, let me know.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
I like how Imposter Byakuya
After all
no
this
longer
time?
sounds.
That's not
like
it.
himself. What?
You guys aren't part of the game, right?
What was this again? Oh well, there's no need to think about it. I wanted this ending. I wanted this.
All right! A game reset!
I assume I need to copy
And with
that.
this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds...
This world.
That was the only thing that I could counter, so it didn't make makes sense to do it the other way around.
Who are you?
It's Chiaki, wake up.
I'm just a part of the game. But you guys aren't, right?
Right.
Chiaki,
Technically.
is that you? Why are you here?
Because she's a part of the program. I guess you're asking that because she was technically deleted from the program by Monokuma?
I don't know.
Does this mean you're my memory of Chiaki? Because you should have already disappeared. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, don't you think they're messed up? Telling us the world's going to be destroyed? And to sacrifice ourselves? There's no way I can choose. For someone like me, I'm just not able to choose. Seriously, I've had enough. I'm tired of being mixed up in all this stuff I don't understand.
You really are pessimistic.
Not only was I told that I have no talent at all, but if I get out, I'll go back to being ultimate despair. And on top of that, I was told I'm going to disappear too. Isn't that messed up? Hey, you don't want that either, right? I mean, if we lose our memories, there won't be a single trace of your existence left.
True, yeah.
You're going to completely disappear, and none of us will ever remember you.
No, I won't.
Huh?
Even if I cease to exist, even if you guys never remember me again, that doesn't mean I will completely disappear. As long as everyone continues to move forward toward the future we created together, I will never disappear.
Wait, what?
What I lived for, fought for, and risked my life for will still exist.
You're right, but...
You're probably just scared, right?
Yeah.
Not just of disappearing. You're scared of moving toward the future with such a heavy burden, right?
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm obviously terrified of that.
How much longer are you going to be this indecisive?
Huh?
Didn't you want to become someone with confidence? Isn't that why you admired Hope's Peak Academy?
Yes.
But even Hope's Peak Academy tricked me.
I don't understand how they were able to take him and do this surgery. Like, did they drug him and then do it without his consent? Or did he volunteer for it and he's now realizing, oh, I didn't realize this was going to happen, I regret my decision.
Hajime, you've had it wrong this whole time.
Wrong?
Having talent isn't the goal. There's something much more important than whether or not you have talent, right? What's important is that you believe in yourself.
Yeah,
if you can't do that, no matter how much talent you possess, you will never be confident in yourself. Just like how you were in the past.
Yeah, I guess Azure Kamakura just going through the motions of life and not really feeling anything, because even though he had talent, he didn't. They kind of suppressed all of his feelings and stuff, didn't they?
You?
I guess.
Hey, who are you? I mean, you should have already disappeared, right?
Do we have memory loss, or are we just like trying to be really deep in denial right now?
But past Hajime is in the past. He's not the same Hajime who spent time with me and the others in this world. So it's going to be alright. I think it's time you finally had confidence in yourself.
Hey, Chiaki. Can you tell me something? Which choice should I make? My hope? The world's hope? Which one should I choose?
I don't think this is something she can choose.
You guys are the only ones who have the right to decide your future. And the responsibility, too.
Exactly.
So you're saying I should choose for myself?
Yes.
But if you can't choose either future, why don't you just create one?
Create one?
Create?
Even if this world is just a game, you guys aren't part of the game. You guys don't have to just choose a future. You should be able to create one as well.
That's some good
You
advice.
think someone like me can do that?
Since you're not part of the game, you don't have to worry about talent, skill, or level. You guys
Makes me think of
have
the
a
level up
tremendous
system
ultimate
this
move
game,
that can
which I did
overcome
not
anything.
You can get it up to 99. Just, didn't walk around enough, I guess.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you just do it, things will turn out okay.
If I do it, things will turn out okay.
Yeah, that's the mindset to have.
Of course. Games aren't very fun when they're easy to clear.
Oh no.
But
What are you doing?
this isn't a game, right?
Hey, Hajime. This isn't for the sake of anyone else. You have to do this for yourself. Now then, it's about time you show me your cool side, Hajime.
Cool side?
Come on, I'll help out too.
Help?
What's happening? Oh god. Okay.
I have no talent at all.
We have to defeat ourselves, I guess.
I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much. I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru Kamakura. Who cares what will happen to the world?
Yeah, we have to get
I don't
past
want to
all of
sacrifice myself.
our doubts, I guess.
It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way we can beat Junko. It's the Future Foundation's fault. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
This no bullet doesn't mean anything. I need to copy
See,
something.
if you just do it, things will turn out okay. You should even be able to create the future.
This is me? Is this really me? So uncool. It's totally uncool.
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed by the academy I
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
want
was
to
right.
disappear. I'm not Izuru Kamakura.
You have to shoot all of these.
I don't want to sacrifice myself.
I missed one.
It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way we can beat Junko.
I think because I missed one, this doesn't count.
It's the Future Foundation's fault. Not mine. Even so, I can't choose the future.
Oh wait, no, I'm doing
Even
it.
so,
See, if you just do it,
Yeah,
things
I
will
missed
turn out
one.
okay. You should even be able to create the future.
I missed one, so it didn't count. No. Oh boy.
who cares what will happen to the world?
There it is. That was the
Even
last
so,
one.
I...
Okay, at least it doesn't make you go through the whole thing again if you miss one. Oh, we have a little bit of animation now. Well, you had it in the
No matter what kind of
execution
future it
scene, but I
is,
mean outside of it.
as long as you guys move toward it, I will never disappear. Everything that happened here, it won't be meaningless. If you guys carried the burden of both hope and despair,
Definitely have had scenes
you
like
should
this
even
with
be
not
able to
Naruto
create
before,
the
I
future.
think about it.
Even if
Forgot
it's a
about that.
convenient miracle. If you just do it, things will turn out okay. That's why you can't hesitate now. Resolve to throw everything away and give it everything you got. I'll be cheering for you too.
Thank you, Chiaki.
That reminds me. I forgot to say it again.
Don't worry, I said it for you.
If the memories we made here disappear, I will not even remember why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world of
I
despair,
apologize for the sound of the clicking of the mouse.
tragedy
being
will
in the
start
mic
once
because
again.
My mouse is right next to my
I wanna
microphone,
see
so it's
Echo
going
one more
to be
time.
obnoxious for the next few seconds, so I apologize.
If we turn back
sincerely.
into ultimate despair, we might be killed by the Future Foundation, right?
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
Okay,
not
so
my
they're still
responsibility.
arguing.
it's the Future Foundation's.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
You can't lose hope!
Oh, okay, now it's good. Okay.
If the
I was
memories
like,
we
am
made
I
here
supposed to
disappear,
use something? Yes, store power.
I will not even remember why everyone died.
Come on.
If we don't rid the world of despair, the tragedy will start once again.
I want to see Becca one more time.
If we turn back into ultimate despair, we might be killed by the Future Foundation, right?
Oh, I'm supposed to hold it. Okay,
This
cool.
is your
Thanks for
responsibility,
communicating
since
that
you're the
to
ones
me.
who fell to despair.
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
Come on.
You can't lose
There we
hope!
go.
If the memories we made here disappear, I will not even remember why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world of despair, the tragedy will start
Yeah,
once
none
again.
of this matters. Only the future matters.
If we turn back into ultimate, we might be killed by the Future Foundation.
This is your responsibility, since you—
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
They're both hope and they're both a conclusion will never be.
No, that's wrong!
Oh, wow. We got a major boost in power. Wow.
There won't just be hope. There will probably be a lot of despair, too. I don't know what kind of future awaits us. But our futures are ours. I won't let anyone take them.
Okay, I'm going to end this episode here, but yes, we finally got our confidence, and hopefully it'll pay off, but we'll find out in the next episode, which I think will be the finale, probably, because I feel like this is closing the game. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like. Also be sure to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter, as well as support my Patreon. All links will be in the description below. And subscribe for more, and if you are subscribed or a new subscriber right now, be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload videos. This is Viola Rules, signing off. Talk to you later.